Hi, welcome back to the Quiet Zone. I'm Susan Patang, your host for today's slideshow, which we're going to start right away. So here we go. Stop being bad and start feeling good. So when we were kids, sometimes we got scolded by the grown-ups because we showed emotions that were considered bad, like getting angry or frustrated or anxious or irritable. And we were kind of taught at the time how to push those emotions down and squash them in and not show them. It wasn't good to show your emotions. Um, so we have to work through them, because what happens is when we keep squashing down those negative emotions like anger, irritation, or fear, they're going to keep coming back, just like the movie Groundhog Day. Okay, we have to work through them. Okay, so when you're in the moment, it's one thing to say to those emotions, all right, you get in the back seat, I'm driving, okay, and you drive your day. And then when you get home, you have to take them out of the back seat and work through them and figure out why something bothered you so much. So let's get right to that so that you don't have groundhog days going on in your life. Okay. The first steps are to identify, label, and ask why. So you're going to identify the emotion. And you're going to say, okay, I'm feeling angry because, I'm feeling irritated because, I'm fearful because, this is what caused it. This is where it came from. This is what I'm feeling. Okay. And it's important to identify and label these emotions, because what will happen is, when they just hover around you, they surround you like a black cloud, and they seem huge and overwhelming and frightening and insurmountable. But when you label them and you identify them and you shrink them down and you say, okay, well, I'm angry, okay, because of this that happened to me. So it's interesting to see how that becomes less frightening and scary and overwhelming when you just identify it and label it, no matter what that emotion is. And next, you're going to start asking yourself, why? Why is that bothering you so much? Why is it making you angry or irritable, whatever that situation is? And here's an example. So let's just say you got angry because your boss told you that you couldn't work on a particular report. So you can say, I got angry and irritated because my boss wouldn't let me work on my own accounts report. And you can ask yourself, why? Why is that a problem? Well, because I really wanted to handle that myself. Well, why is it so important for you to handle that yourself? Well, because if someone else does a better job, I might lose the account. Well, why is that such a big deal to lose an account? Because that's going to show I'm not good at my job and I might lose my job. Look at that. Okay. So the real fear underneath that, it's not anger that you couldn't do the report. It's a fear of losing your job. That's really at the root of that, if you keep asking yourself, why? Okay. Um, what we've done is gotten it down to what's called a cognitive distortion. And that's just a situation where your subconscious is trying to trick you into believing something is true when it's not. Okay. So you want to fight this with logic. So just because somebody else does a better job on the report does not mean I'm going to lose the account. It also doesn't mean that you're bad at your job. Okay. So this is what you have to do, is to put out that fire with logic and reason. And another step that you can take is to congratulate yourself for being a human being. Human beings experience emotions. It would be normal for somebody in that situation to feel threatened by the report being taken away from them and being angry and irritated because of it, right? You would feel that way, and so would I. But it's normal to be a human being and have those emotions. The problem arises in when we allow those emotions to drive us, to dictate what our behaviors are going to be and our attitudes are going to be. So there's nothing wrong in experiencing the emotion and letting it come along with you and say, yeah, you know what, I'm pissed off. That's not cool. Okay, I'm not happy with this. But that doesn't mean that you have to allow it to color your entire workday or your entire life. Okay, you're a human being, and if you didn't feel emotions, then you would either be dead or you would be Spock. So you're not going to feel good emotions either if you don't allow the negative ones in sometimes. It's how we manage them and what we do with them that makes the difference. So these are just a few minor techniques that you can use to prevent a Groundhog Day from happening and being bad and start being good. So another thing that you can do to learn better habits, thought processes, and how to work through these negative emotions is to sign up for my Wake Up Happy Bootcamp program. In 12 sessions, you'll learn how to build a new life foundation, learn how to deal with conflict and criticism, boost your self-esteem, and carry stress to the curb and flush burnout down the drain. You can get it at www.thequietzonecoaching.com, and you will get 12 one-on-one Zoom sessions along with forever access to the video lessons and the written cheat sheets that have techniques on them that you can start using right away and exercises. So again, www.thequietzonecoaching.com so that you can get a consultation. I'm not going to make you buy it without trying it on first. Come down for a free consultation on Zoom, and we'll talk about what you want your life to look like and how I can help you get there. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this information was useful. And until the next time, have a wonderful, amazing day.